saw a lot of videos of UFOs. I mean, what the fuck has been going on with that shit? These niggas are here. These UFOs keep coming to Earth, and it made me think of an idea for a movie. Sounds dumb, but hear me out. In my movie idea, we find out that these aliens are originally from Earth. That they're from an ancient civilization that achieved interstellar travel and left the Earth thousands of years ago. Some other planet they go to, and things go terrible for them in the other planet. So they come back to Earth and decide that they want to claim the Earth for their very own. It's a pretty good plot line, huh? I call it Space Jews.
And everyone had 4 faces. The first face was the face of a cherub, and the second face was the face of a man, and the third the face of a lion, and the fourth the face of an eagle. And the cherubims were lifted up. This is the living creature that I saw by the river of Kibar. And when the cherubims went, the wheels went by them. And when the cherubims lifted up their wings to mount up from the earth, the same wheels also turned not from beside them.
Well, the U.S. government has released an eagerly awaited report on unidentified flying objects. The federal government is unable to explain as many as 143 objects encountered by military aircraft in the last several decades. Despite speculation in social media, the report does not suggest aliens might be behind the sightings, but it does say that identifying the objects or phenomena may be beyond the existing means of the American military.
That's not how honest, though, is it? It's not.
DW reporter Aaron Tilton has been following this story for us. Aaron, it's good to see you here on the set. You know, UFOs, or unidentified aerial phenomena, as the government refers to them, seem like fantastic or spectacular notions from a sci-fi movie. So why is the government taking them so seriously?
Well, because at the end of the day, it's their job. I mean, if there's something zipping around the airspace of a country, it's in the military's best interest to figure out what it is, because it's a question of security, both for their military planes and also for civilian aircraft as well. And, you know, it's not just the U.S. government that's actually looking into these reports. We do know that both the Chinese government and the Russian governments have similar programs, and they're looking into similar reports above their airspace as well. And, you know, reports like this have a long history. The United States first started looking into reports of UFOs actively as far back as 1952, if I'm not mistaken, with Project Blue Book. So at the end of the day, it's a question of security for them, at least from the military's perspective.
Why has this report generated such interest online?
Well, it is kind of like a perfect storm to generate clicks. I mean, if you think about it, when we hear UFOs, we're kind of conditioned to think that there's an extraterrestrial sitting inside. I mean, we have decades of science fiction that tells us that UFOs equals aliens, and unfortunately, that's just not the case. But what also makes this, I think, a little bit more interesting is that this isn't just some like yokel country bumpkin reporting that they were abducted or something like that. We're talking about highly trained military pilots flying some of the most sophisticated sensor packages that have ever existed, who are saying, look, we're seeing stuff up here that we have no explanation for. We don't know what it is. And just the fact that the observers are so credible makes it really interesting. And that's what's gotten, I think, some of the speculation flying